What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/choosingbeggars. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. The extra customers that go out to eat. So this happened a few years back when I worked as a server at a restaurant. There was this older couple that would come in every weekend. They ordered a small Greek salad with extra tomatoes and extra cucumbers. We don't charge extra for adding in an extra topping or two, no big deal. I brought it out with 2 sharing plates and a basket of bread. Then they said, "Can we also get extra onions and extra lettuce? Oh, and some extra olives too." Annoying, but okay, so I got a plate and slapped some extra fixings from the food prep guys in the back. They then complained it wasn't extra enough. They did that a few more times until my boss finally had enough of it and told the entire staff extra toppings are now $1 each. If they ask for extras of every topping again, just give them a large salad instead. Mind you, the small salad was $10 and the large was $12.50. The large salad was only $2.50 more, and you got more than double of the portion of the small. So as expected, they came in again the following weekend and spit out the usual order. Small Greek salad with extra tomatoes, extra cucumbers, extra onions, extra olives, and extra lettuce. I said, "I'm sorry, I can't do that. If you want extra of everything, you will just have to order the large size." They protested with me, and I said, "You're essentially doubling the size of the salad, which is what the large is. So if you want extras of everything, you will have to get the large." They asked to speak to my manager. I gladly obliged and sent him over. It was so satisfying to watch my boss tell them what they are asking for is basically a large salad, so they will be charged as such. They kept arguing with my boss, so my boss loudly said for the entire restaurant to hear, "You're really being that cheap over $2.50? Do you think the ingredients are free for me to buy?" So I went back to take their order and they said, "Okay, fine, we'll just get a small Greek salad, but only with extra tomatoes and extra cucumbers." They probably assumed that the 1 or 2 extra toppings would still be free, but nope, not anymore. So then I told them that each additional topping was $1 extra, so they might as well spend 50 cents more and just get a large salad. They never came back again. Bye-bye. Karen, oh my goodness. It's $2.50. Just pay for the large salad. Hey, let me show you my baby, and I also need a discount. Happened to my father many years ago. So my father owned his own company, civil engineer, for 30 years and used to work with this cheap builder. Every time this guy called my father, he would have to negotiate and end up charging the guy 10-year-old rates. And then inevitably, once the job was done, this donkey would show up at the office complaining and whining about how much the job costs. And my father would give him yet another discount. This nonsense went on for years because this guy kept showing up with new jobs because he knew he could wear my father down and take advantage of his kindness. As you can probably guess, my father is a good man and a very patient man and very good at his job. Well, one day, this guy just pushed it too far. They just finished up another huge job and the builder predictably shows up to whine about his final bill to try to get a discount. He shows up at the office and says, "Hey Dave," not my father's real name, "I gotta talk to you about this invoice, but I want to show you my baby first." So my father goes outside and sees this show-ready, mint-condition 1963 Jaguar. The guy's gushing over the car, talking about how much money he spent restoring it. Kept calling it his baby. He then starts talking about how much money he spent on his garage to keep his baby safe. Well, after he gets done showing off his baby, he then turns to my father and starts yelling at him about how much the final invoice is. That was pretty much it. My father had enough. My father told him that the invoice is final and that he didn't want to work with him anymore. Told him good luck getting work from anyone else for my current rates, let alone the generous discounts he gives on every job. 2 days later, the guy calls begging my father to do another job for him. Dad basically told him to screw off, never more proud. Well, Chief, I mean, that's what you get when you bite the hand that feeds you. Ouch. 50,000? You mean debt? So over the weekend, my job was having a giveaway for $50,000 and my boss, a few customers, and I were having a conversation about what we would do with the money, and we came upon the topic of cars. Choosing beggar. "So, did you just completely disregard that you have to pay for taxes and everything? Yeah, you got 50,000, but now you have to, what? Take out a loan just to pay for the rest?" Me. "What kind of car were you looking at? There are a lot of cars you can buy with 50,000. He then looks at me with this look like, yeah, bull crap. And I'll be honest, for a second there, he really made me doubt myself because the guy was just staring at me like I said 2 and 2 is 7. Well, I can say personally that the car I really want is around $30,000 brand new, so $50,000 could easily cover that, including he cuts me off shouting, "My car is $75,000, not including anything, and what would that do for me? I would have to take out a loan for at least $30,000 just to be able to drive it off the lot. Yeah, here's $50,000 and some debt. Thanks." I'm just saying that those who don't have the quite refined taste in cars like myself would be able to find something reasonable with money left over. Especially like a single mom or a college student, someone who just needs a car. And if we're talking brand new, I'm pretty sure there's some out there that go for like $20,000. The whole time while I was speaking, he just gave me this dirty look like I was stupid, and at the end he rolled his eyes, threw his arms up like, "This is baloney," and walked away. I'm sure there was more to it, but I took my sweet time posting this, and now I can't remember verbatim. Either way, I'm very happy to announce that Choosing Beggar did in fact not win the $50,000. I wouldn't want him to go in debt after all. Well, Chief, it's really sounding like you don't want the $50,000 to me, donkey. Could you get me a small bit of food? Oh, also, could you buy me a hotel room? Preface. We came from a town that has a lot of gangs and high homeless rates, so we understand that certain people may have addictions and compulsions, or other people may be in debt to a gang or specific local authorities. We don't like to give money, and we don't have a lot either, but we try to offer food and drink when possible. We weren't taken back when she asked for food, since we've both been close to homelessness and understand what not having food means. On to the story. So my girlfriend and I just moved 13 hours to a new town, and we had just started university. All my tuition is paid by financial aid. My parent has been out of a job and scholarships, and she is paid out of pocket. Needless to say, we don't have a lot of money. We were going to the grocery store to pick up some rice, tortillas, and various other cheapo college foods. And as we exit our car, a woman who will henceforth be referred to as Choosing Beggar came up to us. Choosing Beggar: "Hey, I was wondering if you could maybe grab some food for me. They won't let me near the store." The key word here is near. That means she entered the building and asked inside. There were other people sitting on benches outside the store occasionally asking for things or laying in wait. When a person isn't allowed in the store, that typically means they have caused trouble. Us: "Sure, give us 10 minutes, we'll be back soon." "Do you think you could get some apples with caramel? I haven't had that in a long time." We were hesitant, but snack packs with that are really cheap, so it didn't seem too bad. "Also, do you think you could get me a room for the night?" This was said immediately after, no confirmation of the first request. We really don't have the money for that. The Choosing Beggar then proceeded to go on about her life woes. Something about her assaulting her boyfriend and she got kicked out of his apartment. And said that a hotel room was no price at all to someone like you, and that it's just one night. We just can't do that. It's not in our budget. No matter how much you want to help someone, never give them a hotel room. They can rack up hundreds of dollars of checkout and property fees. Naturally, we declined. At this point, she proceeded to scoff and look annoyed with us. We told her we'd be out in 10 minutes and specified exactly where we would be. Now, my current job is to organize schedules and do crisis control for my department, and my girlfriend practically getting a degree in time management. We were out exactly where we needed to be 2 minutes earlier to make sure we could find her, but we couldn't see her anywhere. We waited 10 more minutes and she never showed up. The most aggravating thing was that we offered to help, spend time and money, and then she never showed up. It makes you wonder if Choosing Beggars are choosing to be beggars. Yikes. Just be grateful they're getting you anything at this point. Don't be begging for hotel rooms. Choosing Beggar wants me to edit his copies again using magic. I work at a copy shop. The following is today's Choosing Beggar interaction of the day. Choosing Beggar comes in with screenshots of photos of legal documents, important. He emails them to me for printing, and the following interaction occurs when I pull up the file up on the screen. Choosing Beggar: "I don't like the black stuff at the top. Can't you just print the papers?" "So you want me to remove the background from your screenshot?" "Yes, I want just the papers." "Okay, but we do charge a $7.50 fee for digital enhancement. Would that be okay?" "What? No, I just want the papers. I don't want it enhanced." Proceed 15-minute argument about how unfair it is to charge to edit a document. You know what? This time we will just waive the fee and print it. Just for the future, understand this is usually a charge. "Okay, thanks." I then proceed to crop out photos of documents the customer had taken from their phone. Keep in mind these are not zoomed, straight photos, but loose pieces of paper in the center of a photo in a screenshot. Choosing Beggar exploding: "This isn't what I wanted. How stupid are you that you can't print documents? I want the papers so I can sign them and send them to the court. followed up by 10 minutes of me explaining why that isn't possible and getting threatened to be fired for incompetence. He's literally doing something for you that he should be charging you $7.50 for. Why don't you do it yourself then? Girlfriend nags boyfriend and his roommate about the apartment but doesn't pay rent or help out. So here's the cast. My amazing boyfriend, his roommate, the choosing beggar. So my boyfriend and roommate live in an apartment together. They both split the rent and chores, they both are good at communicating and working things out. Then roommate met choosing beggar. She basically lives there and she obviously just helps out or this wouldn't be a choosing beggar story. But she likes implementing rules on everyone. Like the place should be clean, wanna pick up your stuff? No. Once, she even left her vibrator in the kitchen. If she's home, then boyfriend can't let our energetic puppy out because he might get into her stuff, etc. Despite the boys listening to her rules, she thinks she doesn't have to listen to their rules. But I'm getting a little sidetracked. Now here's a little background. The final straw was when she locked out boyfriend, which meant he couldn't go feed our puppy. He called her repeatedly and texted her, to which she responded by telling him to stop being a little booger and that he can wait until she gets back. After this, boyfriend had a talk with roommate that he didn't want choosing beggar having a key and wanted to implicate some rules for her. Roommate was for it and wanted boyfriend, him, and choosing beggar to talk about it. Obviously, it didn't go well at first because choosing beggar started cussing and saying that she didn't have to listen to him and he's just making stuff up. Then she apparently brought me into it, saying why I don't have rules and I never get scolded, etc. So before boyfriend could start at her, roommate chimed in saying how 1, I don't even live there, and 2, in all the time he's known me, he's never once had a problem where with her it's every week and that if she wanted to say in what happens in the apartment, then she has to pay rent. So now when I go over, she kinda just sticks her nose up and ignores me and retreats to her room. No, I can do what I want, and I'm gonna lock you out, but I'm not paying for anything. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.